Sorry guys, my phone cut me off. Probably okay because the video was getting kind of long anyway. So we'll call this layout share part 2. So anyway, I was going through this layout. I won't go through too much more, but I just did a lot of layering and used a couple of these bobby pins and just a bunch of the flowers, chipboard, die cut, just a variety of the different textures, some doily, some of the vellum, some of these pretty vellums there. So there's that one. This one here, I came across this photo and just thought that this black and white paper as a background would be perfect and used it. So I wanted some color though, so I added in just this really cute paper as a mat and then just embellished. And I did pull in some sequins from my stash. So I don't think I had any sequins with this paper line. I'm sure that there probably was, and I maybe didn't get them, but used parts of one of the gold doilies, one of the bows there. One of the pins, then just layered some vellum back there, and then I did some embellishment up here. So there we go. Oops. Okay, and then this one here. This one was really fun, and I had a lot of different things here. One, photo placement, and shrinking them down. But then the Maggie Holmes's package that had the overlays had something a little different. They had these divided picture protectors in different sizes. I think this was maybe 3x3, maybe 2x2, maybe 2x3 or 3x4. I'm not for sure on the exact sizes. And some of them had, like this one had some print, vellum printing on it. And this one had this little gold heart on it. I added in that squirrel die cut. So what I did was I went and found a bunch of photos. Since we moved, we have a lot more animal action around our house, like wild animals and really cool insects and just stuff like that. So I had taken some random photos, over the past few months. And so I just grabbed all of those and cut them down and then fit them into the different protectors. And then I went through and found this particular paper line had a ton of die cuts that were animal shapes, and they just happened to really work perfectly. And I ended up pulling in one in from an Amy Tan line that I opened later and never actually scrapbooked with, but I found that because we do have coyotes around here, and so I thought that would be good. So that's the only thing I added in. The rest of it was all from Maggie Holmes stickers and die cuts. And so I just layered them around the photos, and then I kind of journaled about what, where around our house, or if it's just in our general area of our neighborhood, or kind of where these and I said, this isn't really wildlife, but we're not, having cows across our fence is a new scene for our family for sure. And then I put this chipboard house in the middle just because it's about things that we've seen around our house. So there's that. That was really fun. I think that was a really good layout to document some really fun things in one layout. Like I could have done lots of different layouts about how we see deer and how we had turkeys in our yard, and I think this just made a really fun collection layout. So if that makes any sense. Okay. This one here, I found 2 photos of my daughter and our puppy dog and put them together. I just did some layers here and a little strip here that matched this paper here, and then just layered some papers. I did pulling some washi tape from my stash for here. It's also back there, and then the rest is from Maggie Holmes. My phone's not behaving today. I love these. I had a hard time using them though. I don't know if it was the shape of them or if I don't know, but I ended up using about half of them, but for a while I just had a hard time. I don't know if it's because they're a little ski-wompy, like they kind of go, in awkward directions, because, so they're not straight down, so it's hard to tuck them. I don't know what it is, but I used them and they're super cute. I just had a hard time for some reason getting them to fit on a page and liking it. Okay, so this paper, I also did not envision myself using this. I did have pictures of us in Boston, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll do some Boston photos, because we have a lot of older buildings and stuff there. And so I was looking through those photos, and then I happened to come across these pictures of my mom's Christmas village that she would always put up. And I'm like, oh, because there was a lot of gold in this paper line, and then there was this reindeer, or I mean, I'm sure it's just a regular deer, but it looks like a reindeer. And I'm like, I'll make a Christmassy layout. And so I just grabbed this red corrugate paper that was left over from Fancy Pants. I grabbed this gold, striped vellum that was part of the Maggie Holmes kit. And then I found any green, like this green was from the vellum pack. And so I found any of the darker Christmassy green elements in the line. And I made a Christmas layout from the Maggie Holmes paper line, paper line, which is perfect. Because this gold, I think, is always very Christmassy. I did some of the fabric tape down here, and then used these glitter letters, and then these gold hearts scattered around. So it just worked out perfect. It's kind of fun to do a Christmas layout from a non-Christmas line. It was kind of a fun challenge. And I was able to use this paper, which I think is pretty, but just hard to use. It's always hard to use paper that has images on it, I think. For me, anyway. That's just my personal opinion, but that ended up working out fine. And I still have one more of these, so I could still do a picture from Boston, or a layout from Boston or Philadelphia that I have. This one I also really like. And so here you have this, paper here, and then the rest here, and then some strips of paper and washi tape. This is from my stash, kind of separating it, and then just embellishing here. And then I did a little embellishment up here as well. Then my photos are matted with white corrugate paper left over from Fancy Pants. And then, yeah. There happened to be a letter M a lot in Maggie Holmes die cuts, which is perfect because of our last name. And so I was able to use some of those monograms. And again, just lots of layering. Another M monogram there. Maybe it's M for Maggie, maybe. I have no idea. Just lots of layering goodies there. So there's that one. Then my last one from this kit is this one here. And again, photo placement I wouldn't necessarily have done. It's very simple, but not very often I think about doing it in a square like that. And then these I did pull in. They're Amy Tan letter stickers. Everything else is from the kit. Did some middle stuff in the middle there, some embellishing over here, and then some layering over here with some journaling, and a little chipboard sticker down here with a layer of paper down there, and then used the banner sticker with a heart in the middle there. So there is that. Okay, the last paper line that I played with is Heidi Swapp, and I think it is called, I can remember now. Oh, it's called Hello Today. And then I mixed in the new Project Life sets that I gotten. And I'm not going to get it out because I have a lot of it left. There's also a couple, there's a planner in there and a mini album. So it's not all product in there. But I didn't use a ton of it. But this is the very last. I kind of got into this our last evening that we were scrapbooking, so I didn't get as much time with it as I did the others, because we scrapbooked all together one evening, 2 full days. So anyway, so I'll show you the layouts that I made. This one is a layout with a divided page protector combination, and so here I just layered some of the papers, and this is border strip here, and then just titled with the chipboard, and then some stars, and then here I just used some of the Project Life cards, and I probably need to embellish back here a little bit. I didn't get to that, but I may not. We'll see. Don't really need to, I guess. So there's that. Then this layout here was fun. I just did 2 photos, then I think there were supposed to be 3, and I just instead did a card there, and I just did some little embellishing with some of the flare. The flares from my stash, but these little hearts are from the Heidi Swapp, one of her, I think it's from this line. It's hard with her stuff because it's not marked, so I had most stuff organized together, but then some of the packages, they could match multiple lines, but they aren't marked with what line they're supposed to go with, and maybe that's purposeful, but for me, it was like, so I ended up with a ton of product in this kit, even though some of them probably weren't particularly from this line, but it worked out fine. The colors are all fine. So this little sticker up here. So I'm sure I ended up with a ton more product that wasn't supposed to be with that line, but that's okay. This one here, and here I use this music banner. This is about a music concert, so it's perfect that there was so many music themed product. And here are these little chipboard hearts, have music on them, and this heart as well. I used a gold bow there because it's very girly. Chipboard sticker there is some more of the hearts. And so there's that one. And then this layout here, pretty simple, just the blue with the kind of aqua polka dots. I did a strip of yellow paper down here and then just embellished around with some of the journaling card or the Project Life cards, some chipboard, just a random. I think this is for stickers just for my stash. Oops. There we go. Otherwise, everything else is Heidi Swapp. Okay. And this one here, I think the layout was 3 photos, and I just replaced one of the photos with a 4x6 card, and then just did some embellishing up here and then some over here as well. And then this is another 2-pager. It's actually 8.5 11 by 11 photo with divided page protectors that have the rest of the photos that go with the story, with one Project Life card that I did do some embellishing. There, I did pull in one of Maggie Holmes pins I had left over, and there's something in the box, so you can see that really matches well. I used some vellum, and then this flare was from my stash. Washi tape was from my stash, but then everything else is from Heidi Swapp chipboard sticker sheets, which I have a ton of, like from Michael's. So there is that. And that is all that I got done. It's a lot. It was like over 30 layouts. I can't even tell you how many photos. I'm sure I probably got, I don't know, I have a lot of photos scrapbooked, because like, you know, just with this page protector here, this is just 6 photos right here, you know, so it's a lot with all the page protectors, the ones that I cropped the photos down and then included more on one page than I normally do. So yeah, it's good. I'm so happy that I got to finally play with some of this newer product that I haven't, or not newer product, but product that I've had around that I haven't been able to touch yet. And so it just felt good to scrapbook and hang out with my friend. And so yeah, so now I need to put all this stuff away. I need to clean big time and start working on the Christmas album, Christmas vacation album that I'm working on. A little update on that. I did add a bunch more product to it that I found. I was going through some stuff and found a whole like kit full of like brighter colored papers, Christmassy papers that were perfect. So I did add in quite a bit more to that kit, which is fine. The more the merrier. And I think maybe there were like 2 or 3 full paper lines, some of them that I had scrapbooked with already. Some that I happened to have some of the product in there already, and for somehow they'd gotten separated. So I was able to, you know, complete some of those lines that are included. So I'll hopefully be back with some layouts for that. And until then, we will see you guys later. Have a happy new year. Bye-bye.